Imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning. No alarm clock, no stressful commute, no boss checking your every move, no waiting for Friday to finally feel alive. Instead, your business is generating income, your time belongs to you, and you're building something that can change your life forever. Now, before you think this is another get-rich-quick fantasy, let me tell you something surprising. Most successful entrepreneurs didn't quit their jobs first. In fact, many of them kept their 9-to-5 while building their businesses on the side. And according to billionaire investor Mohnish Pabrai, one of the biggest myths in the world is that entrepreneurs are risk takers. The truth, the smartest entrepreneurs do everything possible to avoid risk. Today, I'm going to show you the exact strategy that has helped people like Bill Gates, Richard Branson, Sam Walton, and countless others build wealth while keeping their downside incredibly small. And if you follow this framework correctly, you could potentially replace your salary and leave your 9-to-5 within 9 months. Let's begin. Most people believe starting a business is risky. But think about it. What's actually riskier? Spending the next 40 years working a job you don't enjoy, or spending a few hours every day building something of your own while keeping your paycheck? The answer is obvious. The real risk isn't starting a business. The real risk is never trying. Successful entrepreneurs don't jump off cliffs and hope they grow wings. They build bridges before they leave the ground. That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. This is probably the most important lesson. If you're currently employed, do not quit your job tomorrow. Your salary pays your rent. Your salary buys your groceries. Your salary gives you stability, so keep it. Most people think they need to burn the boats and go all in. That's terrible advice. Instead, think like an entrepreneur. Reduce risk. Keep your income. Build your business after work. If you're working 40 hours per week, you still have plenty of time available. Look at your average day. You sleep around 8 hours. You work around 8 hours. That leaves several hours every single day. Where do those hours go? Netflix, social media, scrolling endlessly, random distractions. What if you redirected those hours toward building a business? 4 hours every weekday, 10 hours every weekend. That's roughly 40 hours per week. In other words, you can build a full-time business while still working a full-time job. That's exactly what many successful entrepreneurs did. This next idea might completely change how you think about business. Most people believe they need a revolutionary idea, something nobody has ever done before. But history says otherwise. Bill Gates became one of the richest people in the world by improving existing ideas. Microsoft Word wasn't the first word processor. Excel wasn't the first spreadsheet. Even Bing was inspired by Google. Sam Walton built Walmart by studying and improving existing retail stores. Howard Schultz saw coffee culture in Italy and brought it to America. None of these people started with a completely original concept. They copied what worked. Then they made it better. This is called cloning, and it's one of the most powerful business strategies in the world. Instead of asking, what business has never existed before? Ask, what business already works and how can I improve it? That single question can save you years of failure. Now let's talk about opportunity. Imagine there's a town with no barbershop. People must drive 30 minutes for a haircut. A barber notices this problem. Instead of opening a giant expensive shop immediately, he rents a small location and works 1 day per week. Customers show up. Demand grows. Soon, he's working 2 days, then 3. Eventually, it's a full-time business. This is called finding an offering gap. A place where demand exists but supply is weak. Every successful business solves a problem. Your job is to find that problem. Look around your city. Look around your workplace. Look around your industry. What frustrates people? What takes too long? What costs too much? What service is missing? That's where opportunities live. Here's where most entrepreneurs fail. They spend months creating a perfect product, then launch it, and nobody wants it. Why? Because they never asked customers. Your customers will tell you exactly what they need. You just have to listen. Instead of building in secret, create a simple version. Show people. Collect feedback. Improve. Repeat. The market is smarter than you. The market is smarter than me. The market will tell you what works. Your job is simply to listen. The faster you get feedback, the faster you grow. Successful businesses aren't built on motivation. They're built on data. Manish Pabrai sent hundreds of letters every week trying to get clients. Most people ignored him. Some responded. A few became customers. But instead of getting emotional, he tracked the numbers. How many letters? How many responses? How many meetings? How many sales? When you know your numbers, business becomes predictable. Let's say 100 emails generate 5 meetings, and 5 meetings generate 1 client. Now you know exactly what to do. Need more clients? Send more emails. Simple. Most people quit because they don't understand the math. Entrepreneurs win because they do. There's another powerful concept that creates long-term success. People fall into 3 categories: givers, takers, and matchers. Takers always ask, "What can I get?" Matchers ask, "What can I get back?" Givers ask, "How can I help?" The most successful people in the world are often givers. They create value before asking for anything. They help others. They build relationships. They solve problems. And over time, opportunities return to them naturally. Think long-term. Every conversation is a seed. Every relationship matters. You never know which connection could change your life years from now. This might be uncomfortable, but it's important. If building your business feels less exciting than scrolling social media, you're probably working on the wrong business. Successful entrepreneurs become obsessed, not because they have discipline, because they genuinely enjoy the process. When your business becomes more exciting than Netflix, more exciting than Instagram, more exciting than wasting time, everything changes. Progress becomes effortless, consistency becomes natural, and momentum starts building. Now let's bring everything together. Month 1. Choose a proven business model. Find an offering gap. Start small. Months 2 to 3. Talk to customers. Gather feedback. Improve your service. Months 4 to 6. Get consistent clients. Track numbers. Build predictable income. Months 7 to 9. Scale. Refine. Increase cash flow. Once your business consistently covers your living expenses, you can finally consider leaving your job. Notice what we didn't do. We didn't gamble. We didn't take huge loans. We didn't risk everything. We built carefully, step by step, just like successful entrepreneurs have done for decades. Everything we've discussed today can be summarized with one simple idea. Heads, I win. Tails, I don't lose much. That's the Dhandho principle. If the business succeeds, you gain freedom, you gain wealth, you gain control over your life. If it fails, you still have your job, you still have your experience, you still have valuable lessons. The downside remains small. The upside remains enormous. That's how smart entrepreneurs think. Financial freedom isn't about getting lucky. It's not about finding the perfect idea. It's not about quitting your job tomorrow. It's about reducing risk while increasing opportunity. Keep your income. Start small. Copy what works. Listen to customers. Track your numbers. Become a giver. Stay consistent. And most importantly, remember that every successful entrepreneur started exactly where you are today, with an idea, a few spare hours, and the courage to begin. The fastest path to financial freedom isn't taking bigger risks, it's taking smarter ones. And if you do that consistently, your 9 to 5 may become optional much sooner than you think.